Join our family of creators. Your support means the world to us. Subscribe now to the Content Creator channel. Your support keeps us motivated and helps us bring you fresh, exciting content every week. Hit that subscribe button and be part of our journey. Washington is on edge. One Senate vote could unseal the explosive Epstein lists, secrets that could shake the world. July 26, 2025. The Senate faces a decision: unlock years of secrecy or keep the truth buried. The stakes are immense. For victims, it's a chance for answers. For the powerful, it's a moment of reckoning, or a last chance to hide the truth. To truly grasp the gravity of today's stakes, to understand the profound implications of the decisions being made right now, we must revisit the dark and disturbing saga of Jeffrey Epstein. We need to delve back into the details of his life and his crimes. He was a financier who mingled effortlessly with presidents, European princes, and industry titans, a man who seemed to have access to the highest echelons of power. But behind his carefully constructed facade of immense wealth and influence was a predatory secret, a darkness that festered in the shadows. He orchestrated and maintained a vast sex trafficking ring, exploiting and abusing underage girls, shattering countless lives in the process. Epstein, it's crucial to remember, didn't act alone in these heinous crimes. He relied on a complex network of associates, enablers, and powerful friends who facilitated his activities and protected him from scrutiny. The infamous so-called lists, which are at the heart of the current debate, are believed to contain detailed flight logs from his private jets. They also include a wealth of contact information for individuals within his orbit, and potentially damning evidence that could expose the complicity of others and reveal the full extent of his criminal enterprise. His 2019 jail cell death, officially ruled a suicide, continues to fuel speculation and conspiracy theories. It only deepened the mystery surrounding his crimes and the involvement of others, leaving many questions unanswered. Ghislaine Maxwell's conviction, while significant, answered relatively little about the broader network. Now, the Senate's upcoming decision regarding the release of these documents is widely seen as perhaps the last real hope for achieving true justice, accountability, and transparency in this deeply troubling case. It's a chance to finally reveal the extent of the abuse, and to understand how such a horrific operation could have flourished in plain sight for so long. The unsealed documents have sent ripples across the political and social landscape, reigniting scrutiny of those connected to Jeffrey Epstein. The release has prompted renewed investigations and intense media coverage, as the public seeks to understand the extent of Epstein's network and the potential involvement of prominent figures. Among those whose past associations have come under renewed examination, former President Donald Trump draws the most scrutiny. His connections to Epstein have been a recurring point of discussion and controversy. Their association dates back to the 1990s, a period when both men were prominent figures in New York's social scene. They were often seen at high-profile events and parties. Evidence of their interactions exists in various forms, with photos and quotes tying them together, painting a picture of a relationship that, while not necessarily indicative of wrongdoing, certainly raises questions. The media has extensively covered their interactions over the years. Adding another layer of intrigue, rumors swirl about secret recordings, a persistent whisper in the ongoing saga. Epstein was known for installing cameras throughout his properties, a practice that has fueled speculation of blackmail and potential hidden evidence. The possibility of such recordings continues to captivate public imagination. Despite the intense scrutiny, no credible evidence directly implicates Trump in Epstein's heinous crimes. To date, he's never been charged with any offense related to Epstein's activities. Still, flight logs reveal that Trump did on occasion fly on Epstein's private jet, adding another layer to their complex relationship. However, records indicate that he did not travel to the infamous island. The lack of definitive answers and the lingering questions surrounding these connections have turned the lists into a significant political flashpoint. This has resulted in both sides of the political spectrum using the debate to advance their own agendas and narratives. As investigations continue and more information comes to light, the full truth remains elusive, shrouded in uncertainty. The search for clarity is ongoing, but for now, the facts are obscured, lost in a storm of speculation and conjecture. The Epstein lists aren't just a single document, as many believe. They're a trove of evidence meticulously seized from his various properties: black books, detailed flight logs, appointment calendars, personal diaries, and complex financial records. These records could potentially reveal who traveled extensively with Epstein, precisely who met with him, and crucially, how money flowed through his intricate network. The potential for explosive revelations and public scrutiny is undeniably high, but so too is the significant risk of misinterpretation and unwarranted accusations. Many named within these documents may very well be innocent, their only transgression a brief, passing association. Opponents of full disclosure warn that releasing everything indiscriminately could unfairly and permanently destroy reputations. The core challenge is how to serve both justice and transparency effectively without causing undue collateral damage to innocent parties. The Senate battle is the climax of years of legal fights and public pressure. A bipartisan group demands full disclosure, arguing the public's right to know outweighs secrecy. They say justice for Epstein's victims is impossible without exposing the network that enabled him. Opponents, also bipartisan, warn that a mass release could smear innocence and threaten national security. Epstein's network included foreign diplomats and intelligence agents. Releasing their names could spark diplomatic crises or blackmail. The debate has scrambled party lines, forcing senators to weigh transparency against chaos. The outcome is unpredictable, with each senator facing a historic choice. At the heart of the debate is democracy's core principle: the public's right to know. Supporters of release argue secrecy enabled Epstein's crimes and shields the elite from accountability. Opponents counter that privacy and presumption of innocence matter too. Being in a contact book isn't a crime. History shows that major leaks can drive accountability, but also cause collateral damage. The Senate must balance exposing abuse against protecting the innocent. Their decision will set a precedent for handling sensitive information in the digital age, defining the line between transparency and privacy. If the Senate votes to release the lists, the fallout will be immediate and global. Journalists and online sleuths will dissect every detail, seeking connections and accountability. For some, it's long-awaited justice. For others, it's chaos. Misinformation and false accusations could ruin lives. The lists might deliver bombshells or disappoint, fueling more cynicism. If the powerful escape consequences, public trust could shatter. If the lists stay sealed, many will see it as a cover-up. This vote is about more than Epstein. It's about the future of transparency and trust in America. The world is watching.